1 point. 2 out of 3 series. Each match will have a different stipulation attached to it. This first one is one half of each team fighting to go 1-0 in the series, getting the upper hand in the overall series here.
And they've been chomping at the bit since this past June when the ref interrupted Death Row's shot at the IWTV Tag Team Championships against Miracle Generation.
And as you see here, both men looking absolutely ready as always. Dave McCall, Nate Wallace, and see which one gets the nod here in the first match of the series.
The ref are as solid as a unit as they come. With tremendous tag team knowledge and background, titles up and down the Northeast. Most of all, though, they love to fight, gentlemen.
And his opponent.
About this series is, since it's starting off with a one-on-one match, I'd say it's a win-win situation no matter who represents the rep, and it doesn't matter.
Oh, there they are!
It doesn't matter who represents Death Row, but I think it's pretty obvious based on how
no
they're
mistake
dressed.
on this one. Bruno ready, willing, and able. One half of the Pro Wrestling Magic World Tag Team Champions, Death Row. Oh, I like the look at the look here, Mike.
Oh, right for him. I told you guys they were chomping at the bit since they cost Death Row the Tag Team Championships. Their shot.
Bruno was dancing a little bit on the way out, but he did not waste any time here. And big Mongolian chop. Big monster-sized Mongolian chop there from Bruno.
Even as big as Nate Wallace is, he's going to feel that in the morning.
I was going to say during the entrance, but
just past, yeah,
look at the attire here of Mr. Bruno there, Mikey. Rocking the red and the black.
Choke slam time, guys. Choke slam time.
Choke slam! Big time choke slam. From
Jimmy,
one half of the Pro Wrestling Magic World Tag Team Champions, Bruno.
Are you sure you want to be here, though? Because I remember last time he wore an outfit like that, you were not in the best of situations.
Bruno and I have, we've made up. We're more friendly.
Guys, talk about best situations. Bruno can fly.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dave McCall.
Bruno.
If that white bear, that monster flew here tonight, the floor would just cave in.
I mean, who knows how far with that big, tall body, how far he would have flown. Oh! But the distraction worked absolutely there.
Well, if he wants to fly any more tonight, that's certainly not going to help him.
And now Wallace driving the spine of Bruno into we talk about this every month, Mark, but the ring posts here that are curved off at a 90-degree angle, that point can get right in between the vertebrae, do a lot of damage. And Bruno is sucking wind there in the corner.
Oh, he's definitely hurt.
He's favoring his back.
Yeah, he is. And I mean, obviously what we saw in the first match, hopefully this match is not a story of a 30-second story, so to speak.
You've also got to think a best-of-3 series here. It's about going the distance. Now, whoever wins here has a shot at sweeping in the second contest next month.
I mean, you got to start thinking too, Mark. Though, if one or both of these men start to sustain injuries in the first match, what does that do when we get the eventual tag match? If we go to 3, if it gets that far, what is that third match going to look like if it starts off with Bruno or Wallace or both of them getting an injury here?
Yeah, as you can see, Bruno's struggling to get up right now. His back and his knee. It's about having sights for the long game here. You have to, of course, get through the match, see who's going to come up with the advantage.
Dude, look, even a kick out. I'm sorry to cut you off, but even that kick out, you could see.
Just digging the knee into the back. You're absolutely right. It's about planning. What's going to happen the next match, even with the 1-0 advantage?
Oh, now he's just standing on that lower back. And you can see where Bruno was holding his hand, possibly even in the glutes there. I mean, that could be a lot of lower back damage.
It's all connected. It's
early going.
Hard to move. It's hard to sit.
And I mean, Bruno's a big dude. I mean, Mikey, you know this probably as good or better than anybody. Bruno is a big man, 7'1", nearing 3 bills. That's a lot to put on the small of the back, if indeed Bruno is harboring some sort of critical injury here.
Oh, absolutely, and that equilibrium is definitely all sorts of off.
Oh, and again! Again, just back first into the corner.
I mean, absolutely, we should speculate on what will happen with the injury in match 2 and if we get to a match 3, but I really think right now we should be speculating match 1 right now with an injury.
I mean, it is a best of 3, so we are going to see. I mean, does that affect the stipulation? Does that affect the stipulation where if we get to, when we get to a match 2, if they were deciding to do something else, then what does a match 2 look like? Does Tella have to go in 2-on-1?
I don't know.
What I say, that's the beauty of this short series here. Anything can happen, and if Bruno's going down right now, which I certainly hope not, that could be critical in the reign of the Pro Wrestling Magic World Tag Team
I gotta
Champions.
wonder here, Nate Wallace giving Bruno opportunity to stand up, even just to meet him with a headbutt or two. But even though Bruno's particularly incapacitated as he gets put into a big bear hug, you don't want to give Bruno an opportunity to exert his height advantage on you either. You want to keep him down to the mat, which seems like Nate Wallace is doing now.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he's a big bear of a dude. We already know that.
And I also gotta wonder though, the ref, I've seen them nice overhead throw here. The ref always shouting words of encouragement at each other. They are a well-oiled tag team, and I absolutely believe that all these scenarios in their head around a potential Bruno injury, absolutely know they are both on the same page about that right now.
And I mean, the rep being on the same page is a dangerous place to be if you are Bruno and Tella here. But now, Wallace just stalking his prey right now, which is not something we say about Bruno in this context. Bruno is normally the one.
Big old Boston crab, perhaps.
Oh, that's a king crab if I've ever seen one.
Well,
If he rolls
300 pounds.
If he rolls this over, this might be the largest
Bruno's fighting
Boston
it up
king
again.
crab in all of professional wrestling, Mikey. But look,
Whoa.
the legs still have power. The legs still have power. The big tree trunks that Bruno's got. This crowd is coming alive right now.
Tella.
For one half of the Pro Wrestling Magic World Tag Team Champions, Tella looking hopeful but worried.
He's gonna break that new ring of ours if he keeps slapping him out like that.
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a big, strong, angry man. And I'm sure seeing his tag partner, his longtime friend and rival, Bruno, in this situation is only making him angry. Oh, spine buster! On the line! How?
Look at Tella. Sorry, look at Bruno. Look at Bruno.
How in the hell was Bruno able to do that? This man is a beast. El Oso Blanco is an absolute monster, ladies and gentlemen.
Struggling to get to his feet right now, using the ropes. That also allows Nate to get to his feet on the opposite end.
Ooh, just a big how you doing from Wallace there. Just, hey, I'm right here, and I'm going to clap you. And again.
And I was going to say to your point earlier, Jimmy, as we go to the replay here, huge spine on the pine from Bruno. I was going to say the crowd was getting fired up. You were getting fired up. John Tella was getting, and I was going to ask, is Bruno getting fired up? And as we saw on that spine buster, he was, but it didn't last very long as we.
And there you go, trying again with the back elbow. And Wallace is a little stunned. Bruno's got to be careful here. Big boot, little gingerly done, putting all that weight on the one leg. I think he used the injured side there too, and knew.
Yes, as a result, not able to get a great cover. Putting that injured back at play with a big boot and putting all his weight on the other leg. Nice leg drop, and again though.
Effective maneuver, but not very smart when you got a lower back problem.
1, 2, and wait a second!
But maybe
Dave McCall pulling Taylor out of the count.
That's probably a sign of respect from
Watch out
the
for
ref.
Oh!
Hold on now.
Tella giving chase, throwing a steel chair. Obviously, he did not like any of that.
I hope Dave McCall brought an umbrella with him because he's got to be down.
Oh, wait a second, wait a second.
There's that back.
Oh, he tried for the pump handle driver and then just too big. And that injury to that lower back really giving Bruno
You hear Nate
a lot
for
of
his tag
choice.
partner. I don't know if he's aware that
Guys.
Dave went running.
Bruno is definitely running on instinct right here.
Here goes, going back to the well, it looks like maybe for that Boston crab or a clover leaf, or he's just talking. Wait a second, wait a second!
Triangle choke, triangle
Bruno with
choke.
the triangle! Just hooking it in. Could he go out right here? Bruno just giving it everything he's got. And he's out. Oh my God! He's out. Bruno did it. Bruno jumped
Referee
out.
Taylor Danielson
Never
has
seen
ruled
that.
this match in favor of Bruno. Therefore, the first match in the best of 3 series goes to Death fucking Row.
Goddamn right. I mean, you can see right here. He was just talking his shit, and then Bruno just cinched in like a shark smelling blood in the water, and just pulled and pulled and pulled until Wallace said night night. And even though through an injury, Bruno and Death Row able to go up 1-0. I mean, what an absolutely incredible way for this match to go.
And at what cost, though, to Bruno and to Death Row's chances? Even though they are up 1-0, there is still one additional match at least for these teams to go through, or the individuals in these teams. We don't know what the stipulation is going to be.
Actually, I'm getting something from production right now. It appears that the next match in this series is going to be at our next event on October 28th. Video Killed the Radio Star. We will see the Rep face Death Row in a full-on tag team contest. These teams will go one-on-one with all 4 members in the ring. And I mean, with that, we're going to have to see how Bruno's holding up for the 28th of October.